Hello everyone, today is August 8th, day 307 of the war between Israel and Hamas, and these are the articles from today. We have Yediot Achronot, and it says here, Hi'archut b'Yisrael, Israel is preparing, Nasrallah mitkaven lagiv lifnei Tehran. Nasrallah is prepared to respond in front of Tehran. And then we have another article here, which says, Hakrav Shela, her fight, her battle, about the Olympics and the Algerian athlete. And then we'll end with another heartwarming article, but let's start with the first one. We'll start with our first article about Iran. It says here, ההזדמנויות שלצד הסכנות, the options, the opportunities alongside the dangers, and that the waiting for the Lebanese retaliation is at the top of our priorities. And Israel admits that this actually serves Hezbollah, that we're in this waiting situation. It also says the worst case scenario, the worst situation that we could have is a פעולה מהירה ומשולבת מאיראן and ומלבנון. So the worst case scenario is a quick response and combined response from Iran and from Lebanon, which would be a very bad situation for us. They continue to say about Iran that we have actually an advantage because of the distance, that it's 2,000 kilometers between us and Iran, that we would have 15 to 10 minutes between the time that we would have an alarm if we would have ballistic missiles sent our way, and then we would have 8 minutes if there was an unmanned missile. So people in Israel are preparing in this way. It's not the same as if you would be, let's just say, around Gaza, you know that you have 15 seconds. If you're in Jerusalem, you know, if Gaza sends missile, you have a minute and a half. But when it comes from different countries, we're not used to knowing how to prepare for the times that allows us. And also from the moment that you have the siren, you know that you need to get to the bomb shelter before the siren stops. Because the moment the siren stops, that means that there's been an interception. And so people are still trying to understand what the amount of time is, and alongside that, they're also just preparing their bomb shelters as always, even for attacks that could last for a few days. It's a weird situation because we really just don't know. We haven't been in this situation before, in the sense that we've had a continuous attack. We've had one attack that was thwarted with great success, but this time around, everyone is sort of uncertain about how it works. So the more information we have, the better. Here we have a caricature that's actually very interesting. It says, "Bentayim b'tzafon," in the meanwhile, up in the north, "Drichut si," peak vigilance, "Likrat tguvat Iran v'Hezbollah," waiting for the response from Iran and Hezbollah. And you can see here just missiles falling from the sky. The whole north is up in flames, which has happened quite often. If you guys have ever been to the north, there's a lot of greenery, forest. It's a very, very beautiful place, and because of these missiles, a lot of the north has sort of burned up in flames, for lack of better words. But it shows here a house that is partially destroyed with a couple on the sofa watching the news. There's a real feeling of neglect and anger from people in the north, because they feel that if it's not, you know, Tel Aviv or all the people around Gaza, then they sort of don't count. And they sort of feel bullied around, and they're really expressing their anger towards the government, that they need them to do something before it's too late. And many of them probably feel that it's already too late. As you can see in the caricature, there's already a lot of damage and destruction. Here we see another interesting article about the hospitals that are preparing for the attack. So it says, "Makdimim et hatrufa lamitkafa," they're preempting a medicine or a solution for the attack. And you can see here you have different hospitals, one in Ha'emek, in Afula, in Petach Tikva, you have in Nahariya, and they're all preparing like beds and bunkers beneath the ground. They're preparing, signs so that people can know where they can run to for medical, for shelters, and they're also just preparing all of the equipment that they would need for that. I think that there's a real comfort in people knowing that hospitals are prepared, that they're well equipped, that it's not just that they're well equipped with things that could help save lives, but they're also bunkers, because when you think about it, hospitals are not immune to having these attacks on them with rockets. That has already happened in Israel in the past. And it's good to know that we actually have bunkers that are prepared for war in every situation. Israel is finding itself in a really absurd situation that not only Iran and all these neighboring countries are wanting to attack us, but a lot of the world also seems to think that we deserve this attack, although we are trying to defend our people. Talking about absurd situations, here is another absurd situation from the Olympics. So it says here, Bilti Shvira, unbreakable. And it says that within less than 2 weeks, the Algerian boxer, she received a tsunami of hate from social media, basically accusing her that she has an unfair advantage over her rivals. And this article has gone all over the world. Some people are behind her, especially the Arab world, and some people are completely against. And here you can see a picture of her and another boxer on the way to their finals. And down here you see her preparing to box in the ring, and she says, "I don't care how what people think of me or how they describe me. I'm a woman and I know that I am talented and I'm doing the best job that I can." So for those of you who are still confused about what all of this is about, this Algerian boxer is intersex. So she was born with both female and male parts, but identifies as a woman, although she has XY chromosomes. So a lot of the female boxers against which she has come into the ring with, they say that she has an unfair advantage over them. So it's a really huge controversy about how these issues affect sports worldwide, and specifically the Olympics. And we'll end with a heartwarming story of great resilience. It says here, Olim al-Madim, they're putting their uniforms on. It says, right now, despite the situation, no less than 120 young people from all over the world have finished their pre-military college and are going to be drafted to the army. It says that the families are afraid, and a lot of people were skeptical about it, but they were not afraid and they came to serve in the army. We wish them well, that they'll be protected, and that they'll continue to be resilient in the face of danger. That's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you want more Israel content like this, go to allisrael.com, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. We'll see you guys in the next one.